What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Military analysts say that China could increase its military presence and exercises around Taiwan in the lead up to Taipei's presidential elections. Beijing wrapped up military drills on Saturday in response to transit stops by Taiwan's vice president in the U.S. Jaime Ocon reports.
Taiwanese fighter jets taking off to intercept Chinese warplanes flying near the country. For the past few days, Taiwan has been dealing with a surge in nearby Chinese military activity. China, which sees Taiwan as part of its territory, announced on Saturday that it would conduct military exercises as well as joint air and sea patrols involving the Navy and Air Force. Taiwan's military condemned China's drills as provocative behavior.
近年来，中共持续派遣基建袭扰，已经对区域安全造成实质的侵害。这次借故发动军事演习，不仅无助于台海和平稳定，也凸显了穷兵黩武的心态，坐实了军事扩张的霸道本质。
These drills are being seen as a response to transit stops by Taiwan's Vice President Lai Ching-te in the U.S. last week. Just hours after Lai landed back in Taiwan, Chinese naval ships began their joint patrols. Footage from Taiwan's Naval Command captured this moment of a standoff between the two militaries. And up in the skies, a total of 45 Chinese warplanes flew in the region as part of the drills. Of that group, 27 military aircraft crossed into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ. This space is used by the military as a defensive buffer, but it is not sovereign airspace. China often increases its military activity around Taiwan whenever other countries take actions that seem to promote Taiwanese sovereignty.
Beijing made quite a stink about, Vice President Lai's trip, and I think they had to do something to kind of save face and show that, to the domestic population inside China and to the rest of the world that, they stand by their words when they say they will counter secessionist movements and activities like that.
Taiwan's presidential elections are less than 5 months away, and Lai, the ruling Democratic Progressive Party candidate, is currently in the lead. The DPP traditionally emphasizes Taiwanese identity over Chinese and insists Taiwan is not a part of China. Taipei and Beijing haven't held official talks since DPP President Tsai Ing-wen was elected in 2016. And analysts say exercises like these are likely to continue as long as Lai seems set to be Taiwan's next president.
Fortunately, we're going to see Beijing resort to showing its capabilities with the PLA by doing exercises, by doing the continued incursions into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, to really, in an effort to really try to scare the Taiwanese people into voting for the KMT. In other words, voting against the DPP.
As China continues to step up its military presence, Taiwan's military says it will seek neither escalation nor conflict. And with more aggressive actions from China expected, Taiwan says it will defend its sovereignty and will not be coerced. Howard Zhang and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
A Chinese man who swam 12 kilometers to claim asylum in Taiwan has been sentenced to prison. The man named Cao Shuibing swam last month from Huangqi in southeastern China to Qingbi in Taiwan's Matsu Islands, farther than an Olympic open water marathon. He told police he'd been persecuted in China and had come to Taiwan looking for freedom. Unless he appeals, Cao will spend 2 months in prison or pay a fine of about $1,900 US. Afterwards, he'll be deported. Swims like this are not uncommon. In June, a Chinese man swam 5 hours from the city of Xiamen to Jingmen, another Taiwanese island group. Taiwan's government watchdog has criticized the foreign ministry for its response to the human trafficking of Taiwanese nationals in Cambodia. Joyce Zeng reports.
Taiwan was shocked over the past year by reports that human traffickers had lured hundreds of Taiwanese nationals overseas with offers of high-paying jobs, only to be imprisoned. Now the country's foreign ministry is under fire for failing to protect and rescue its citizens from fraud rings operating in Cambodia. The Control Yuan, Taiwan's government watchdog body, says the ministry did not act sensitively or proactively enough to help citizens who were lured to Cambodia by traffickers and then held captive.
联合国 在110年就已经警示了，尤其已经有人来到外馆来做相关的求助，编了这么多钱，结果反而没办法及时的用到刀口上。
Hundreds of Taiwanese were among the victims caught up in human trafficking scams across Southeast Asia, which were widely reported on throughout the region. The Foreign Ministry's helpline reportedly received over 600 calls between 2021 and June of 2023, and 1,000 Taiwanese nationals also sought help from its offices in Cambodia, Thailand, and Myanmar. But auditors have found that the ministry made mistakes in investigating these cases, which led to delays. Not only that, the ministry was also criticized for using a video to raise awareness of the situation that included a victim still being held captive, which caused that person to be further abused by their captors.
要求行政院必须要有专责的单位，因为这个人口救援、人口贩运的救援是国家应该负的责任。在爬梳的这个整个救援的过程，就发现其实我们各部会之间有点哩哩啦啦。
Taiwan's government set aside over $600 million to fight scammers and human trafficking last year. But it's clear it will take more in the way of coordinated action to bring its citizens home. Justin Wu and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
We've all heard of Silicon Valley, but Taiwan is also making a name for itself as a hub for high-tech innovation. But which of Taiwan's startups are on their way to becoming the next big thing? Joyce Zeng went to a special awards ceremony to find out.
You've probably heard of Taiwan as a leader in the tech industry, given it's the home of chip-making giant TSMC. But Taiwan's tech might is much more than that. It's also a breeding ground for innovation. And the country's hottest startups are here at the next big awards, hosted by Startup Island Taiwan, an ecosystem backed by the government to support tech entrepreneurs. Several countries' trade representatives are here, as well as Taiwan's president, Tsai Ing-wen.
台湾有我们新的一代的创业家，我觉得蛮高兴的，也觉得做了8年总统也蛮值得的。
Startups are essentially young companies that are trying to bring usually a unique creative product or service to market, but may need help growing. Taiwan's no stranger to this business model, with about 7,000 local startups and 90 accelerators or support programs registered here. A lot of them have leveraged or even created new tech tools to turn their ideas into a product. For example, here we're seeing everything from e-commerce to digital healthcare and online knowledge sharing platforms.
My co-founder, he's my college friend. He's an engineer, and I'm a non-engineer. So we collaborate together to create a technology education company called Hahao. I think we have a lot of supports from Taiwan government and the ecosystem. And also, I think Taiwan has a lot of good talents.
Actually, we started up in Taiwan in 2015, and then we expanded to Hong Kong. Last year, November, we went to Bangkok, Thailand. We launched there. And in 2019, we launched in Malaysia and Japan. And the next year, we will go to Singapore.
It's clear these innovators are just getting started. With their sights set on even bigger ideas, people around the world, especially investors, are likely to look to Taiwan to find the next big thing. John Su and Joyce Zhen in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
A sinkhole opened in Taipei on Sunday, the 5th in the city in the last 3 months. The hole appeared next to a construction site near Ximen, a popular nightlife and shopping district. The hole measured 2 by 3 meters and was 1.5 meters deep. Taipei has experienced several sinkholes in recent months, with some of them closing off roads for days at a time. Experts say Taiwan's roads are built to a high standard, but heavy rainfall can still create cavities below the surface. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of people in Bulgaria performing religious rites that combine a form of Christianity with Indian mysticism. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from here in Taiwan and around the world, download the TaiwanPlus app.